He gives you 2 cups.
What do you mean?
Don't touch the money maker. Alright, we're ready.
Against South Africa? Oh, Jesus Christ. If you're talking about selling the game, that was selling the game. Bro, like this is supposed to be one of the best goalkeeper. A shot from like 40 yards, the goalkeeper is like this, and he pushes the ball in the goal. And he didn't do it once, he did it twice. That's selling the game if you ask me.
They said 30 people to go represent, and then only 5 came back.
Excluding the coach. 5 came back without the coach.
So the government is like, nah, we good. None of y'all, we just stopped playing no more.
It's crazy, man. Knock it out. Right there. All right. Welcome to 11 Aside, Organized Chaos, a podcast that takes you from chaos to conversation. I'm your host, Eddie, and to my left we have
BG.
Ian.
Francis.
Big Bad.
11 players, 1 pitch, endless stories. Let's get right into it. All right. So what was the biggest upset of the day for the Premier League Week 8?
I'll say Tottenham.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the final score of that?
2-1.
2-1?
Yeah, Tottenham lost.
Yeah.
They didn't score first.
Yeah, they scored.
Even the way they were playing, Aston Villa was sitting back and they were attacking. Suddenly, Aston Villa scored and they scored the second goal. Tottenham fell off.
They fell off.
Yeah.
Any other biggest
Anfield.
upset of the day?
Well, I'll say Anfield, the mystery that happened at Anfield yesterday.
Mystery.
How is that a mystery?
How is that a mystery?
You know, we all know
You're a Man U fan. How is that a mystery?
all the big coaches in the world, when you ask them one place that's the most difficult to play is Anfield.
That's true.
Yeah, so and again, we've not been able to beat them there in 11 years since 2016. So that's a big one. Going into the game, they wrote us off. Even my new legends, they wrote us off. I saw right now they saying, no, we can't make it. There's no way we're gonna win that. But we went in. The defense was kind of not sloppy like it used to be, and we were able to hold down the line. Got the 2 goals. So I mean, it's a big one for the team.
Let's not get too into it.
Yeah.
That's all we have.
Yeah.
Okay. So who else has a different upset than the Spurs game and the Liverpool game? No one else?
Yeah.
I'll take that Liverpool.
No.
Liverpool.
Yeah?
I can Chelsea beat them 3-0.
Right, I was gonna say that. I don't think that's an upset. Yeah, that was an
But
upset.
I think for me, I wouldn't really say it was an upset, but it felt like one, the Newcastle and Brighton game.
Okay.
And yeah, and because Newcastle has a squad, and you know, Brighton, everyone kind of just sees them like a bottom feeding team. But they've been proving season after season that they can get out there and get some wins. And I think one of the things I was thinking about watching the game was that how slept on Danny Welbeck is, because he is one of the guys that came and he's played along with so many different legends. He came through the Man U ranks, made it to Arsenal, played with legends. He's played with some really good strikers to where class never phases. You know, it's like he still has class in you. If you leave him alone, you're gonna pay for it. And he's been proven to score goals after goals each and every week. So that was the upset for me. But yeah, good game.
So that's gonna lead me to the next question. What player completely surprised you? I know you've been talking about Danny Welbeck a lot lately. Even from, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
He was your player of the
And
as well.
I think I would definitely choose him again today, just simply because at his age, to be proving yourself week in, week out. The last couple of games or so, they benched him. He had to come off the bench and scored. And then yesterday he got the start. And same thing, just did what Danny does, score goals. And that's one thing you can't teach. Like, you know, Sesko is young, fast, and all that, but he can't bag him like Danny does. You give Danny Welbeck this much room, you're gonna pay for it. So he's definitely my player of the week, and you know, he definitely scored 2 too.
Harry Maguire.
You're not a true fan. You are not a true fan.
Honestly,
He's not a true fan.
Oh, I love my team, but I can't just go give it to
Player of the
everybody.
Anfield,
Still don't get it.
game winner.
I'm surprised.
Still don't get it.
I'll say the goalkeeper, Man United goalkeeper.
Lemon.
Lemon.
You go, you go.
Because I mean,
Was
the
picking
change
some
that
balls.
he has made.
You almost mistimed me though.
Yeah, I was just thinking the ball.
I mean, that's
That's
who
what
It's
gets
a good improvement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It's an improvement from what you had before.
going in Anfield, your
Mhm.
first game away, and in a big, small big stadium, as it is, it's one of those that you know is a bit like hard, but he was calm and composed
Yeah.
and everything. So yeah,
He made some
And
good
he
saves.
he made some really good saves during that game.
Definitely an upgrade from what you guys had
Because
before. Nada and Bayenda.
Oh, definitely over Bayenda, because Bayenda is like a.
So who's actually worse, Bayenda or Onana?
Whew. I think
So,
Bayenda is worse.
if I go by game percentage,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say Bayenda because he didn't play that much.
Right.
Onana was.
But even the games that he played, you could just see it.
If you say the worst, I'll say Onana. Because
I'll say
Bayern
Onana.
never really had
He
a
didn't
chance.
really-
As much as I wouldn't give him time.
But okay, we're not going by chances. We're going by what you
Just
saw.
what you see.
Yeah, what you
Like,
see on
when
TV,
you
like
see-
composure, on
Bayern-
the ball, off the ball. You
Bayern
know,
is more.
he's more composed.
Yeah.
Better shot stopper as well.
Well, yeah, it is, yeah. Because I mean, I'm looking at as a goalkeeper, if you shoot the ball and then ferry it back to you as a striker, it's more like giving me a gift. That's more like what Onana does.
Right.
But at least you can expect him to come out to the
Comment to
side.
the side. Yeah.
And then those balls that you expect him to catch, and you're just like, loses it. You know, yeah, whatever.
Nah, I'll say Bayenda for me, because Onana has proven that he could be a quality goalie.
Where?
At
Inter.
Inter and
Inter,
before
Ajax.
that,
Yeah.
and even now with
Transfer.
yeah.
Was he at Ajax?
No, yes,
Yeah,
yes. So he's proven that he could do the job. But
Because you
Bayenda,
watched him in those big teams.
He scored an assist.
no, but
He gave an
Bayenda,
assist.
Inter's a big team.
yeah.
Onana gave an
Because
assist.
watch Onana play in those big teams, but I don't play was it the Turkish league or
Yeah.
one of those leagues?
And
Onana is in the third
And that's what I'm saying.
Onana will score.
But you have highlights of like you can YouTube like guys, and if you even if you go on YouTube, there's not too many of Bayenda's quality that you can see out there. And to imagine this, you're the new number one, and to take a 22 or 20 whatever year old to come in, and after like a couple of games of giving you the key to the building, they're like, nah, give us back our key because you ain't the guy. So exactly. So he's worse than Onana.
No, I mean, it's gonna be different. For everybody. Everybody has their own.
Are we writing off Jean-Philippe Mateta?
Okay.
He scored a hat-trick.
That's your
That's
playoff.
what
He could've won the
He
game.
could've-
He
Yeah,
won the
he's
game.
got it. He's got it. Oh my God.
He could have won it. That would have been the first.
We could have won that game.
He could've won
They had a hat trick and won.
Probably would have cut it by.
So
I'm not
with that being
praising
said,
Maguire, yeah.
that being said, what player surprised you guys this week? Like a player that you didn't expect to be a good, somebody that was not normally a good player, but did exceptionally well today.
Now I can tell you Harry Maguire.
It's not a good player.
Like somebody that you don't see.
That's what I'm saying.
But you gotta give it to Harry Maguire. He has sent Man U a few times already.
No. I'm saying, so here's my point, right? Like, you've been on this team. At some point, you were the captain. You made it to where now you were just another body on the bench. But for him to be able to step in today and play the way he did, he actually played good. Defensively, take the goal aside. He played well defensively, right? And then to be able to top that off with the goal that he scored. So, yes, you definitely deserve, being the surprise of the week.
Mind you, just came back.
Even
for like
even
2 months.
even the commentators were like, "What type of lineup is this?" Because no
He
one
started
was,
the game?
no one was
Yeah.
expecting him to start that game and play the way
So,
he
you
did.
know what's crazy? Like, I didn't even realize he was in the starting lineup. Like, it took me a while to find, like, oh, Harry Maguire's playing. No, I'm dead serious. Like, I didn't realize it until, like, later. I'm like,
They don't mention his name, and I was like,
yeah, like, I didn't see his presence. I didn't see him do anything the whole game.
Yeah.
Until I saw him, like, when they showed him and he hit the ball, I was like, oh, this guy's in the game. And I was like, I want to say, like, the 60th minute or something like that. That's when I remembered it was in the game. And then all of a sudden he gets a Right, yeah, nobody.
I woke up, I sat down, I saw the line, I'm like, why is McGuire? But then he started playing, and then you see, some glimpse of why he was brought in the beginning by Sir Alex. You saw,
That's how I find out.
He's talking about those
Oh.
numbers.
yeah, well, whoever brought him in, yeah, they brought him in because when he was at, I think, Sunderland or Leicester,
Bro, he was an average player at Leicester.
he was, but
I don't know what they saw in him.
No, what they
Not
saw,
what they
it
saw.
was the main man in the
He won the
England
league.
league.
Yes.
He
Yes.
did so
Well,
well.
Nah,
He wasn't in England.
He was
when
in
Leicester.
when he was at Leicester, he had the Jamaican dude that was helping him out.
Yeah.
Nobody did well. I think
He
he
did
won
well
the
too.
Euros or something. He did well for England, and it was commanding.
That was because that was Southgate that was the coach.
Well, it doesn't matter. He did well.
No, Maguire was.
But yeah, so-
That's City. I mean.
No,
No,
for
he was
me,
decent. I'm not saying he was bad. He was decent,
Yeah.
but I don't think he was to the point where you spend that kind of money on him to come to Man
80
U.
million pounds.
Right, like that was a lot of money for a Leicester City player.
English player.
Was he in England when he was at Leicester?
no.
He
He
became a
made it
player
to
in
England
Man U.
when he,
When he came to Man
Yeah.
no, he was playing. Yeah, he
You
was
guys
playing.
are forgetting that time Leicester won the Premier
He was playing.
And that's
Right,
what I'm
yeah, he was in the
saying.
Premier League.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
so-
saying. A lot of
When
it.
a team wins the Premier League, of course the players straight away that.
That's what the price.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
And
saying.
he was one of the players in Leicester to actually lock down the defense because
A low
Leicester was
block.
playing with a low block and
Yeah.
that's Maguire style. Like if you play
Yeah,
with a low
Maguire,
block,
I think, is it
Yeah.
And-
or something?
A lot of that was covered by I forgot his name.
I want to say his last name's King.
Yeah, I think not Ledley King, but it was King, and he was the captain too. So a lot of that was because of his quality. So you didn't really get to see Maguire's flaws like that. But when he came to Man U, you got to see all of Maguire because there was no other person to help cover him. But again, going back to the question, today he was really the surprise of the week for me because
I agree.
I'm
You
sure
agree?
moving forward he might get a couple of more starts.
I agree.
Any more like surprising
I'll
players?
say Ahmad.
Ahmad?
Yeah, because I mean for me for the past
Smooth.
few games he's been a bit
Steady.
average, But then today in the big game it suddenly just shows up and
I thought he was a little bit average too, but that's just me. I might be wrong.
yeah.
I didn't see the Ahmad I usually see, but
I mean, he gave what's that guy's name?
That pass?
Kelkes.
Yeah,
Oh, Curtis.
The left back.
Yeah, from-
I mean, he could.
Oh yeah, dude should have gotten a yellow at some point because he was holding too much.
Too much,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what Ahmad is gonna do. He has those glimpses in his game, but he's not consistent.
Exactly.
That's his problem.
And I think he was coming off the high too from the Ivory Coast, because he scored a banger, and, so he's coming off that and right into a rivalry game. You gotta be hyped up, so you gotta produce.
Speaking of rivalry game, let's move into our game of the week. That was perfect. Liverpool versus Man U. So, what would you guys' overall impression of the game? Did you go as expected, or were there any surprises to you?
Let me hear it again.
Did he go as expected again?
As expected.
That's what they
As
As an Arsenal fan,
expected.
yes, he went as expected. Yeah.
The thing is, Arsenal would never. I mean, they are first, but we know where they'll end up.
This is not even an Arsenal talk. We're talking
Because
about
Liverpool and
Liverpool.
Man U.
You had his answer. You had his answer.
You
That was a
know the
perfect
thing.
answer. That was a perfect answer.
expected. Arsenal would be top.
No, I didn't even say that.
He said that. He didn't say that. I implied that.
I mean, because two Arsenal players are here.
I'm trying to bias it.
It's okay.
You were gonna go, so go
No,
ahead.
I mean, to be honest, the game was. I was a bit surprised with the game. The way Liverpool lined up, you expected the Mo Salahs to be and then having Isaac up top, and then being marked by Harry Maguire. Then I saw the lineup of United, and I was like, okay, why is Lenny Yoro not playing? But at the same time, he went with experience rather than of course.
This is Amir now.
I'm a yeah, a lot of experience, and then you see Liverpool, all these big players there, and they can't even first half they were not even able to go up to build up the game.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a shock, but at the same time as a United fan, I was, after the first goal, you're like, okay, we might
That was a
win
good
it.
goal, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Back in the bars.
speaking of Liverpool's lineup, starting Isak over Ekitike. What do you guys think about that? Because me personally, as a coach, Ekitike comes in, he's banging in goals, he's playing great, and then you have Isak. I know you spent a lot of money on Isak. He's not sharp yet. I don't know if it's the transition, what it is, but Ekitike is obviously being the better player. Why not start Ekitike or figure out how to play the both of them?
For me, I just think probably it's as a result of the last two games they played where he knew he was on.
Yellow card and you took off
So
the
you think he's
shirt.
trying to
Yeah,
punish
it's
him?
just a disciplinary action, I feel. Like, I don't think.
How many games is he gonna make?
I disagree a little bit because when you watch Liverpool play, they were not really playing from the back the way they usually play. So it's more like with a change of goalkeeper, like their goalkeeper is injured, so they had to kind of go a bit long. So looking at like Isak's height with maybe they were expecting Isak to be on Luke Shaw or any of the
Ekitike is just his call.
Yeah, but it's
And-
not as good as like the ball coming up and
Oh
control.
no, Ekitike is nice on the ball.
I think when he's saying like when
Hold
he
up
plays
play?
long ball,
Yeah, but the long ball
that
takes
long
the
ball
long
and
ball
the
and-
control and all that to get
But
it.
the long balls is one.
Isak is still, when it comes to the long ball, Isak is still like this too.
Yeah, but
So Isak likes some through ball when he's running, and Ekitike can do that just as well.
yes.
So I don't know. Like as a coach, I think I would have played Ekitike,
Yeah,
but every coach is different. So
I think with that lineup, it was just like, okay, you had to sit out a couple of games. This guy's been playing in your absence. Let's give him that run to see
Yeah,
if he
that's what it
can,
is.
produce or whatever. But as far as the game itself, I think it was a good game. And one thing I liked about the game was that I know a lot of people might disagree with this and say, man, you try to like play the low block and all that. But it wasn't really the low block because they were pressing even after they were up, they were still like making the counters and trying to get goals. So the game was open. It wasn't just shut to where
that was later on though. That
Yeah.
was later in the 70th.
Yeah, but it was still an open game to where, okay, let's play, at the end of the day. But it was a good game for whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you see two top 5 teams play to where it's just a game where it's a free game. No one is really just laying back there, taking a nap and all that, just passing the ball side to side. At the end of the game, man, you did come out a little bit on the lucky side because Gakpo had like 3 or 4 that hit the post.
Three for sure.
Those were like, really good chances. If those would have went in, it would have probably been a different game. But Man U had chances too, but those were like clear-cut chances where if they would have
chance for that clear cut.
Bruno just.
Well, compared to the ones
compared
that
to the ones
more.
that Gakpo had.
Yeah.
Even after they right after they tied the game, there was one where he had the open header
Oh yeah.
and he sent it to the
And there was
far
one where Salah was right in front of the goal and he
Yeah,
started.
and
Shocked.
but that
Yeah,
one,
jumping,
everyone
yeah.
knows that Salah just forced him to the right. He's dead after that, kid.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with that ball. It came to like his right thigh, and he was trying to struggle with that shoulder, and then try to kick it with his left. So it just went the opposite way.
Speaking of Salah, do you think like Premier League teams should exploit his wing a lot more?
Definitely.
Make him work? Because obviously, Crystal Palace did it. Who else did it? There's another team that did it. When you keep playing the ball, Chelsea did it. When you keep playing the ball on the right side of the pitch, Liverpool's right side, that is, you're forcing Salah to play defense. So now he's not as offensive minded,
Yeah.
and he keeps dropping. So whenever Liverpool gets that ball, they don't find him right away, right? So you take him out of the game. Why aren't teams doing that a lot more? Like just keep forcing the ball to the right side.
So if you watch that game yesterday, mostly Liverpool wanted to come in through the Gakpo side.
Yeah.
And they were just pressuring from that side. I think they were just.
But that was because he was playing against Dallo.
Of course, so they
So-
utilized
yeah.
that. And this guy wasn't really in the game, Mo Salah. Like it was just. I think he's having a very.
I think he's being poor.
He was scoring goals. Qualifiers.
I think he's getting exposed a lot more now.
He went into 10 goals. Afcon.
I think he's just struggling because teams is trying to figure out if we make him work then we can actually manage the game better. But when we just let him run up and down as free as he wants and not have to come back and track back because we're trying to play on the other side, he has all the time in the world to do all the other stuff that Mo Salah does. But like, you just said, when you force Mo Salah to work, it neutralizes the game a little bit more. You can manage the game a little better instead of like just have Liverpool just run up on you 24/7.
And I think Slot was trying to have a system where he doesn't work.
Yeah.
But teams are like, no, he's going to work. like Slot would just leave him up top, and as soon as they get the ball, just get it to Salah so he can have a 1v1.
Yeah.
But teams are like, no, like this guy is going to work. He's going to try back. Let's force the ball that way. So
the problem also when you see Liverpool's style of play, they're like 4-3-3. So the defense, if the defense drop, the three up top don't drop. So most teams what they do now, they go beyond that.
Yeah.
They front the top three, and then they have like enough time on the ball to create action.
and the way they press too, the Liverpool presses, like I think they're pressing with their wingers.
Yeah.
So so that press is why they don't do as much work. Like everybody up top just presses high and they usually get the ball, and as soon as they get the ball, it's transition to the goal.
And that was why I kind of, even though people don't say much about him, Casemiro that game yesterday, they playing Liverpool over the years. There's this kind of goal they score us like most often. They come from the wing and then they just lay in front of the ball. Somebody just taps it. The fact that Casemiro made sure that never happened in that game, it was a very big one for me because these are things that I look when I watch football.
But it's like one of you guys said earlier, the lineup was based on experience, not who can run the fastest. It's more so who can do a job. And your job, Casemiro's job was to just sit right there and destroy everything. And he did it to the best of his ability until he couldn't anymore.
So in conclusion with that, so Amirin was the better coach.
No, definitely. And I was gonna say that. I would be the first person to say, Amirin did a good job today, and it seems like he's starting to get it, right? But not just him. And kudos to the board for sticking to their guns, even though everyone was firing. As we see, all these coaches are getting fired left and right. You get 7 days in a job now. They're not worried about firing you. They feel like you need to go, you're gonna go. But kudos to the board for saying, this is our man. We see the vision that he has, and we're gonna stick with him. And even if it takes 5 years from now, we're gonna ride it along and see how we can get the best from him.
So go ahead, sorry.
No, but so I was wrong. I would be mad enough to say that I was wrong about firing him. Maybe I'm still not sold completely.
I hope one day Brighton.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm still not sold completely, but he seems like he's starting to figure out what works for him.
And I'm going to disagree a little bit. The reason why I'm going to disagree is because Man U is winning the game 1-0. You're at Anfield, 70 minutes in the game, and you're looking to bring on Yori and him. So that means that your mindset has already switched. Like you're just going to defend this lead.
But it's the same.
No, I disagree.
78 minutes. Like your mindset has changed. Like, we're just going to defend this. We're just going to sit back and just defend this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to be a top coach. You can't be afraid. 70 minutes, that's not a time.
He brought in Hesco.
That was later.
No, one thing you have to understand is
So is
that we have.
Okay.
Mason Mount.
I'm not saying, I'm just asking this so I can get your point of view.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
But I mean, Mount can only play like 60 minutes or less. And then when you take out Mount, of course we know who's going to come in, which is Sesko. And then at the back, you have Luke Shaw or Maguire. Both of them cannot play like the full 90 minutes.
So you're telling me that he was going to take out Maguire?
Initially, this was even my thought.
That's what you think?
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was going to take out Maguire, bring the hit in the middle, and Euro would be like on the right hand side. And then he gets Manu in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But
So what changed?
when Maguire scored, of course,
So it was before Maguire scored. Before the
Yeah.
score.
Before-
So before even Liverpool scored, he was going to make those changes.
no, they were
just warming up.
They were just warming
Yeah,
up.
so
You already called them.
You already called them.
Yeah.
No, No, but
Hold on. You're telling me he tells two players
To walk
out
off,
of
to
the
walk off.
whole
It
bench.
wasn't just two.
It was just two of them.
No, it was like Zersky was warming up too. It was like a bunch of them warming up.
Even the commentator said it. They said Heaven and Euro were two people that were warming up. That's exactly what he said.
They
So that means that he was going to make those two changes.
Two defenders.
They misspoke because when they said that and you watch on the sideline, it was a bunch of players that were warming up at the time. Even Liverpool, they had somebody warming up that didn't end up coming into the game, ended up going back and sitting on the bench. So it's just you send players out there to
No, I get that.
It's situational.
But from what the commentator said,
You don't
he made it seem like, because they get the information. They get the information. So he made it seem like Heaven and Euro were coming in.
Yeah.
So my mindset is it's only 70 minutes and you're bringing in two defenders already. So you've already given up offensively.
Yeah.
Now you're just going to defend this one goal lead.
I don't think that's what it was. I think during that time, from like the 60th or the 50th minute or something like that, we were being pressured. They had like 5 back-to-back corners or whatever, so we were being like really pressed.
So you think he was trying to bring in
yeah,
fresh legs?
he was trying to bring in fresh
There's
legs.
nothing wrong with that. That's how he
Yeah.
was a coach. Like, I don't see a problem. I'm just asking to see.
Yeah, I thought he was just trying to bring in some fresh legs. And Luke Shaw was already like, there was a couple of times where people ran behind Luke Shaw. There was a ball where instead of like pushing him forward, he low-key edited back into Frimpong, I think, where he had a one-on-one or whatever. But he was really getting tired, so you needed to get him off the game.
But also you're in the game as a coach because you're seeing like Frimpong coming in. That's an attacking football.
Yeah.
So it's somebody who's gonna take the ball and go like straight at you. And then you have Luke Shaw who played like the whole 70, 60.
So he didn't even take it out.
He did.
He took out Luke Shaw.
Yeah, but then
Euro.
Dogu.
then he took out Ahmad
And then put
sent this guy back.
Dallo to the right.
Yeah. So you look at those things and you're like, okay, they're bringing in like fast players. You need to be like fast as well. So
Yeah.
all those things you kind of think, okay, maybe Heaven will come in and then maybe.
But the thing is, he was trying to make those subs before those players came in. That's what I'm asking.
Nah, I think it was just situational.
I think it was one of those just go warm up, let me try and figure out.
Yeah, let me see what I could.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll let the Man U fans slide. We'll take it.
How's Arsenal going?
So,
No one mentions Arsenal. What's going on?
So with that being said, do you guys think that Liverpool versus Man U still is the biggest game in English football, or has City or maybe Arsenal taken that crown?
So you cannot
What are you guys laughing?
no, you cannot just come up and create right away. It's just like
Arsenal wants to be big so bad.
Arsenal is a big club.
Big second club. Big second pair.
Big second
So,
place though. I love it.
So Liverpool Man U will always be that match because I mean you look at the number of leagues they've won, they're like battling this thing.
Yeah.
They won. I think they're ahead of Man U.
They're ahead of Man U
by
right
one.
now.
So it's just there. The feeling in Anfield and
2020.
when you look at all
That was
this,
2020.
It's
it's 2020 I think.
It's tied.
It's because when Van Persie won, we're like,
Yeah, when I had like 2019. So when you look at these games, you see these big teams. When you talk about rivalry, you're looking at two teams that they disregard whether I'm playing home or away.
Yeah.
Like it's just literally home for them,
Yeah.
anywhere they find themselves. So it has been there like since the 80s. I mean, it's not something you just come and bring up. Bring up Arsenal.
I think that's
They didn't come in on Man City, it's just Arsenal. That's the only thing they heard. Arsenal. They didn't come in on Man City.
Man U is rival everybody.
Yeah. Where everybody's rival.
As soon as Men U come in,
Man City is not Arsenal, right?
We are not right.
We all right. No, it's not all right.
You want to be a big team so bad.
The
You
only
guys want to
rival
be
they
a
have
big
is
team.
the London team.
Yeah, that's why when they play Tottenham, you guys can have Tottenham. You can take Tottenham all you want.
They
But,
say
yeah.
North London that.
Anyway, let's move on.
Hold on.
Let's move on to the international break. International break. So, did Nigeria deserve to qualify for the top 4 playoff spot?
No, they don't.
Absolutely no.
You gotta call it for what it is.
Okay.
You haven't showed up. You want to wear. It's like going to school. You know you got an exam coming up. You don't want to study. You talk about, oh, yeah, I'm cool. And then when you finally get the review of what the test is going to be, now you're like, oh my God, I don't know nothing in here. Now I got to study. And Nigeria haven't really shown up during the qualifiers. Now that they felt like because of whoever took away points from South Africa, now we got a big chance. Let's go. So South Africa deserved it. They need to go. They haven't been there since what 2010 when they.
We're not talking about the World Cup itself, like qualifying for the World Cup.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about the playoffs.
The playoffs.
With the playoffs, yeah, I don't feel like they deserve it either, but they got a chance to go and represent. So it's
So
up
why
to
don't
them.
you feel like they deserve it?
Because they haven't worked for it. Whoever gave up that spot because somebody got taken out, right?
Eritrea.
Yeah, so that's
Eritrea forfeited.
yeah.
And then they took away.
So one thing I don't know, that check FIFA did or CAF, was it something that was it a standing rule before the?
So they said they've done it before.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So
But
Yeah.
they said that they said it in March.
oh.
I don't know how true that is. Like,
As
I
soon as
didn't
they
fact
pulled
check.
out, did they say it like?
Yeah, it was already said. So Nigeria had to win by four goals to qualify, which they
They
did.
did.
So-
they did their job.
They did their job.
Okay.
So that's why people are saying that they didn't deserve it. You can argue that, but at the end of the day, they had to win by four goals, and they went in there and they won by 4 goals.
They did their job.
They got the point.
So how convenient, huh?
But honestly, I don't see them going to.
So hold on. You say that convenient. Are you saying that Benin sold their spot? Because like all Benin had to do was win the game, and they go to the playoffs. Even in South Africa.
Just draw the game.
Yeah, that's all they had to do was win. So
No comment.
You don't know what happened in the
All I know
background.
is-
Exactly.
all I know is-
No, you just said you already stated it before the.
Oh no, I'm like, what are we talking about? But anyways, I think it's good for them to go play the qualifiers, and I personally don't feel like any of the African countries will get a chance to really make it through this playoffs because you get to play continental and then I think
No. I think they're playing some.
they're playing like Jamaica.
yeah, you play continental, which is each other, and then whoever
Yeah, they play
wins these
continental.
games,
They have,
you go.
Who played in
Gabon,
Yeah.
Cameroon,
So
Nigeria,
I don't
and,
see any of them.
who's 14?
Congo.
Slim chance.
Congo.
I don't see
chance,
any
but
of them
it's
making
taken.
it. Gabon is gonna be with Aubameyang anyways because he got a red card.
I think he's back. I think he's back. I think
So they rescinded the red card.
No, I think he already missed the game.
It means the last game.
Convenience.
Yeah.
I don't have convenience now.
Personally, I don't see any of the African teams making it past the playoffs. That's my opinion.
I mean, Nigeria-wise, I think it's just luck. You know,
Yeah, I
because
think Nigeria will make it.
they made it to the playoffs, but they're playing Gabon.
Yeah, play Gabon first.
Well, I mean, Gabon is
So
not
they're
really,
playing
for me, Gabon is not really convincing.
Yeah, they're not
But they
convincing.
just made it because I think their group. To be honest, the group stages were a bit like all over the place
Yeah.
this time, but they made it there, so I know Nigeria will make it through.
Yeah.
And then whoever's gonna win between Congo and Cameroon, hopefully Congo against Nigeria will be a big one. So I think the whole world will stop to watch, but Nigeria will make it.
You
said they will, or they won't?
You said they will not.
They will not.
They will not. We will be back here again.
We'll be back here. We'll be back here. I think Nigeria will make it out of the
You
group.
have no choice.
Wait, what happened to Ghana?
Oh, already did.
Oh, Ghana was it right there.
Wow.
That's why Ian came with a new attitude
Exactly,
today.
you know, it's chilling.
Although they're-
But I think Nigeria will make it because everything is working together for this. Everything. The goals of football are on their side.
Moving
South
on.
Africa.
Moving on.
Suddenly, Eritrea decided to
That's
just.
Yeah. Oh, you're supposed to win by 4.
Oh, yeah.
Out of nowhere, you
How
won by
convenient.
4.
How
Come on.
So at the end of the day, then you guys have to play Benin then.
Come on, we see man. No. That
You guys gotta play Benin then for giving up 4 goals.
Not a
It sounds like you are.
Somebody's bank account.
Did you guys watch the game?
Joy, it's gone.
Did you guys watch the goals?
They didn't watch the game.
What about that keeper that let the ball go back?
Did you watch the Rwanda game against South Africa? Oh, Jesus Christ. If you're talking about selling the game, that was selling the game. Bro, like this is supposed to be one of the best goalkeeper. A shot from like 40 yards, the goalkeeper is like this, and he pushes the ball in the goal. And he didn't do it once, he did it twice. That's selling the game if you ask me.
Right after that, South Africa got a fast contract with Adidas all over it.
So, you know, this sportsman, a lot of sports is great, but we don't know.
We don't know.
When things like that happen, what do you expect them to do?
We can't make any
If they walk up, they can, you know,
right there with me. You cannot make any allegations, man.
You don't know the reason why Eritrea got
Irish what? Eritrea got out.
Why they got out?
There's a lot of post-mortem that's going on there.
Nah.
No, they said they were afraid the players would go.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I heard that. That's why I said political. I didn't want to get into it. Yeah, it's
I think they are having this. Is it with Ethiopia? Yeah, they are having this.
but that's not why the players were doing that though.
Nah.
the players will
Yeah,
come
just
back
right away.
Bro, send the players. Send the people to the US. He said that.
They sent 30 people to go represent, and then only
Yeah, no,
5 came back.
Excluding the coach.
They found
If I came back without the coach,
The coach is
only the team trainer was there.
So the government is like, nah, we good. None of y'all, we just not playing no more.
It's crazy, man. Alright, let's move on. Banter time. Man, let's get into this hot take. Zaha versus Mateta. Zaha was a little bit upset at the statement that Mateta made. Apparently during the early days while playing, Zaha and like a few players apparently mocked Mateta and said that he wasn't going to make it into the French national team. But it was pretty much based on the players that were there at that time. You had Benzema, Griezmann, Pogba, those type of players were there. And this is Mateta, who was a young guy just coming into the team. Like, you don't have the chances yet. Like, you're still young. You know, they joked about it in the locker room, but Mateta kept that in his heart. And now that he has made the team, he brought it out. Wrong or right? Like, does he have a right to do that, or was he totally wrong to bring in locker room talk and locker room banter? You know, this has to be at least 5 years ago, because Zaha hasn't even played for Crystal Palace in more than 5 years. He was in Turkey before he came to MLS, playing for Charlotte now.
But Zaha making fun of Mateta, did Zaha play for the England national team?
No, he played for Ivory. He played for Ivory
He
Coast.
got a couple of caps.
Because he had to play for England.
No, he did. He
No.
had a couple of caps.
I think he played the
Switch
youth.
allegiance.
Because he couldn't make it, guys. That's what most of these players.
Well, to be fair, I think, like, according to Eddie, like, what he said in that statement is like, oh no, these guys are not going to call you up because of probably the kind of players that are there. It's just like a light statement that just.
It's like we're in a room. We're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention any names, but we're talking about somebody that wants to play for like Liberian national team. And we joke with him and say, "Oh, they're not gonna call you because you're so and so age." And then one day he makes it, and then all of a sudden he calling, "Oh, Brian, you said I wasn't gonna make it." No, it was just a joke in the locker room, and you laughed about it. We all laughed about it.
Exactly.
And then years later, you're upset because. Huh?
Nah, I think I actually watched Zaha respond to that, and I think it was wrong on Mateta's part to say that, but I don't think he meant it in a bad way either. It was just like he used it as motivation to get himself to the level where he is. Is it okay for him to go and say guys like Zaha and not say any other name? That was kind of messed up because people already have a preconceived notion of who Zaha is.
They think it's arrogant and things like that already.
And now you kind of like just gave him a few O's. So Zaha is really pissed about that. But from what he was saying, it was just like, it wasn't just me. It was like a bunch of us sitting there and he's saying, oh, one day I'm going to play for the French national team. And they were like, my guy, you still got ways to go because you got guys like Benzema ahead of you and all these guys. So they didn't, they didn't mean it in like a malicious way, like, oh, you will never make it. It was just like, you have to wait your turn. And it seemed like now it's his time. So he should just appreciate that he got to make it that far and not stop throwing people under the bus. Because everyone knows Zaha to be a hothead. that's what everyone thinks, or that's what people's been hearing in the news, you know, whatever. So that was wrong for him to put him out there like that.
Yeah.
And I think he should definitely, because Zaha said he called him, they talked on the phone, and he told him like, hey, are you gonna like get back out there and, you know, fix it? He was like, no, I'm not gonna fix it, I'm gonna just let it go, because, and that's when you know who people truly are, because you should be able to say, yo, my bad, I messed up, I'm gonna go back out there and say,
I didn't mean it like this,
yeah,
you know, this is-
and fix it. But if he's not willing to go fix it, he's trying to run with the narrative, that's kind of messed up on him for, you know, trying to run with that. But I don't think Zaha and the guys been like, oh, you're terrible, you're never gonna make it. It was just like, you gotta wait your turn. You got people ahead of you.
Yeah, so the manner in which Zaha did it, I feel like when Mateta, like, if he's scoring and you are proving him wrong, that same manner is how you're supposed to react.
Yeah.
If he was laughing about it, you come back and laugh about it. Don't take it so you harbored this thing for over 5 years only to get
Yeah.
out now.
Yeah.
That I don't think.
I kind of disagree because I'm looking at it as like we were not there in the locker room. What if they were doing it by bullying him? You know, like just making fun of him. Because that's look at these days. Like people just come there and make fun of you. Oh, you can never make it. You will never make it.
But even with that though, it's in the locker room. If you want to use it as fuel to like get you to where you need to get to, do it. Just don't come back 5 years later and be like, oh, you told me I was never gonna, you know. It's
Unless
like,
it's in the locker room again.
It's pointless
And
now.
I kind of get what he's saying, but like he was saying, people bully you all the time in the soccer field, right? Your friends bully you.
Yeah.
And it's not in a joking type of way. They're like, "Oh, you suck," and maybe you really do suck. And they were saying, but at the end of the day, like you don't take it personal. You just laugh it off and you just go about your day. But Teta really took this personal.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what it says. Like, you can never really tell what people take personal or what people think as a joke. That's why you have to be careful when you joke with people.
People are different.
Everybody's different, exactly. So what we see as joking and what we see as locker room banter and teammate banter, he saw it as a personal thing. Like, you're attacking my progress. Like, I'm never gonna make it, right? You don't think I'm good enough.
How old was he at that time?
And given at the time, he did suck.
How old was he at that time?
He was probably like about 19, 18. He did suck. Thanks to Henry that took him with the French national team when they won the Euros. That's when his game elevated. It took that.
Euros.
Yeah, when the U20 Euros.
Nah, he was at Crystal Palace already when they.
He
that
already,
happened last
that's what I'm
season.
saying. He was there, but he sucked. It took.
No, he
Henry.
didn't suck. He was good. That's why Henry called him to that. He was the oldest one on that team.
Yeah, but he was like not who he is now. Right now he's lethal. Even before Man U got Sesko, I was like, if I was the board, that's who I was gonna go for because he brings a lot.
We're gonna go for Mateta.
No, we weren't gonna go for him, but if, I'm saying if I was the board, that's who I was gonna go for.
But you have to understand, like, certain players thrive under certain systems. Like, certain players thrive under certain systems. Like a Mateta at Man U, it'll be hard. It'll be hard, bro. Like the pressure, the style of play. Like, he needs some time. Like, he's.
Have you seen the goals he scored? Like the type of goals he scores. They are not like a lethal 9 where, like you mentioned, well back at the start where he gets the ball and runs through people and scores. He's usually
Or creates his own.
He's at the right,
But
time.
he's
He's always
always
at
right
the right
there.
place at the right time. See the
In
goals he
United,
scored.
He knows how to break.
He knows how to
away.
move.
without the ball.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
movement gets him in
On the
positions
ball
where he
is
scores goals.
And
Our
everyone
nines-
else work for him.
Yeah,
just give him
our
the
nines
ball,
don't move
tap
as
in.
much.
Oh.
Yeah, at Man U, I think he would struggle a little bit. I think he would struggle at Man U. I think he would.
But
Can
yeah,
he go to Arsenal?
he needs to apologize. to
No,
Zaha.
No, okay.
I think he struggles
Thank you
with
for-
Arsenal.
thank you for the
Arsenal style of play as well. That's why he
Thank
was
you.
struggling a little bit. So,
He needs to
He's a
apologize
striker.
to
I
Zaha.
don't think he has to, because at the end of the day, maybe he said it's in a joking.
Let's not assume that then. He's like, oh, some people said I will not make it. The last song, my friend
Is
Zaha.
it because he's Congolese?
he's supporting his brother.
Yeah, you know,
Checks up.
he didn't mean it like that.
Well, I mean, we can.
I mean, I would love to have him in court,
play, but at the same time, I don't think he will be that good.
And the funny thing is, like, he only got caught up for one game.
Yeah.
Like, there's no telling who's gonna make that national team come World Cup time. And Kitike is playing well. If he gets back into that Liverpool team, he might take his spot. So you never know. You can't tell. You can't tell.
But some people it's just that one call up.
And that's it, exactly. You get one and that's it. So you get one call up and now you're calling everybody. You're calling everybody out. Like after one call up, I think.
He has made it in life. That's all. He has made it.
Oh, bless his soul. I like this.
Nah, you get to understand those guys a little bit more though, because these guys grew up in France and played that street ball, and so it's like they weren't born in Congo. Even the ones that were born out in the African countries, they didn't really grow up out there, so they don't really have that experience. And in France, it's not like out here where we're struggling to find soccer players and soccer players. These guys have coaches that are just out there on the streets looking at kids and pulling them in, and they've gone through hell and back to make it to where they're at. So some of them, they just want that one call up and say like, I represent Les Bleus and I'm good.
That's it. Takes that shirt and get to the show.
So
Especially if they're already making millions. Like,
Yeah.
some of them don't even care. That's why I was like, bro, like I care more about playing for money than playing for money. I don't like if it was me personally, pay me. That's why I don't get mad when players go to like China or go to like Saudi Arabia and go get paid. Go get paid, man. That's why you play this game. Because if you love this game that much, you play at home. You play on the street. You play in your backyard. You know you can play anywhere, but you're playing at the big stage because the big stage is paying you money. So that's my mentality when it comes to that. Everybody's
living no more. You just wore that shirt one time, and you go to France. Everybody know you because you made it that one time. Guys like what's his name, Marcel Desailly. He's Ghanaian. He lives in Ghana now, but he's still known as a legend in the French national team. And everywhere he goes, everybody know who he is. Osai Kufo, same thing, Ghanaian guy. Everyone knows him everywhere he goes.
No, Kufuor didn't play for France.
He didn't, but
But
he
look at the old France team. All of them are African.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Because that means Aranzu and one more player. But then that's the French team now.
Yeah.
It's-
97% of them.
Since
are
98.
African.
Black people have been the French
Exactly.
national team since 98. Hey, they should have a shirt with that. Established since 98. They don't, even the French people are starting to complain now. Like, we don't see too many, like, even Zidane is in that. He's still African. He's Algerian. So, but all said and done, as a man, from one man to another man, you have to be like, yo, bro, I didn't mean it like that, but my bad. I could see how people would take it the wrong way because of who you are.
Was Zaha pissed?
He was.
pissed. He made a video.
Pissed.
He made a video. He was not happy about it. It's like you can tell like he really didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Mateta took it.
Yeah.
It was just like a locker room banter, and it was more than just one player. There was a bunch of people there that were saying it and just joking about it.
Right.
But you picked just me.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. Let's say Mateta didn't make it to the France national team, but he came on our podcast and say, hey, listen, there was a day Zaha said I would never make it, and I never made it. Do you think Zaha would be pissed?
He probably still would be. That's the character they're talking about.
Because
He
again,
did.
it's not what you say is how you say it in the context. In the context of which he said it, it's more like you didn't believe in me,
Right.
but I believe in myself, kind of thing. So basically, you're trying to put me as a hater while you make yourself look like this, So it's like that's what that is. And again, it goes back to how people already view Zaha. Everyone just thinks he's like this terrible person and got this attitude. But yes, he was a little cocky at times, as we all are. When you feel like you're good at something, you're good at it. Can't nobody tell you nothing else. But for him to come out and put it that way, knowing that people, well, maybe he didn't know that people would take it that way, but people did take it in a negative. So now, in order to right that wrong, you have to just come back out there and be like, hey, when I said what I said, I didn't mean it in a negative. It was just like, it was a locker room talk that, fueled me a little bit as a young man to want to be better. And I'm glad I had that to help push me to where I'm at now, because if it wasn't for those locker room talks, maybe who knows, I would have never made it this far.
I still believe like maybe the local talk was a bit too harsh. I think so. That's why when he made it was more like you know what,
There's the worst.
So how do you feel about when we're playing on Sundays and guys are just out there telling each other like you're
Oh
trash,
my
you
God,
suck?
like, trust me, if I had a podcast, I'll be taking one by one. I'll be like, hey, come sit here. What do you think of what coach said?
Soccer bands, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all love. I don't think Zaha meant any harm by it. It's all love.
He probably didn't remember his
Yeah, he didn't remember.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when you're joking with your friends or joking with your teammates, you don't even think about what you're saying. Like, you just say it just at that moment. But the person you're saying it to, that person kept it in his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You receive it differently.
Exactly. You receive it differently.
That's
We all have my Teta in our lives.
when people score, they go on the group and be like, it's not purposes.
Yeah.
You say that crap and everything like that. And I showed you now. What do you expect? I didn't say names,
But that's just being a good sport about it. You put it in a platform where we all get to see it and we all get to laugh about it.
if I had a podcast, they'll come in and be like, yo, I want to speak. I saw the headshot today and somebody was saying, could you play?
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about coaches. Let's dive into some coaches.
Oh, I thought we were about to talk about Manchester United, because you know there was a game.
Was it fine? We already did.
That was a game with the
Oh, I
Leafs.
didn't hear
You got more to say.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on.
It was a good game.
Right, moving on.
Yeah.
Grant has been called, like, they're talking about giving him, like, the Sweden job. What do you guys think about that?
Graham Potter.
Yeah.
Potter.
It's Sweden job. To be honest, I mean, it's okay for him because, I mean, he's not that much of a big coach according to me. He's more of like mid-table team. So Sweden is not like a top national.
National team, yeah.
So that's his level.
That's Lindblom.
That's what I mean. So,
And they're like in jeopardy of not making it work though.
yeah, I mean,
They're not going
they're
nowhere.
not going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So it's just
With all the talent that they have, Isak and Gyökeres and
It's okay, Chad.
The thing is but when you look at Sweden, they have Isak, they have Elanga, but they don't have defenders like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, big defenders.
Lindelof. Like you said,
The
man you play.
One legend.
He's at the level where he needs to be at. That's
Yeah.
what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ian, what's your opinion?
So-
So you've been sitting right here not saying nothing.
And
What do you
what
about
do you
Graham
think
Potter
about
getting the job?
The joke is fine.
Even the
No, I give it back. It suits him.
Even the Arsenal job.
Okay, what kind of job were you expecting to get?
Arsenal.
No job.
No job?
I'm very happy with Arteta. Arteta, I love you.
Let's come
That's
back.
my favorite coach.
Let's come back after a month.
Arteta is my favorite coach. Chelsea can have him.
Nothing.
He can go back to Chelsea.
Oh, that's somebody we didn't talk
Was
about.
Man U not
We
looking
didn't
for
talk
a
about
coach?
Garnacho.
Oh,
He got a start yesterday.
yeah, does he still play?
I saw his bicycle.
Like, yo, retire, man.
Another coach that was on the hot seat that actually got sacked was Edge. Jesus Christ.
They called me.
This man got sacked immediately after the game. I think the game was probably still going on when the guy went out.
He actually left the
Yeah, he
game.
left. He left.
He was like, I've seen enough.
And probably in the touchdown, I heard his phone vibrating. What is this? He got fired.
That's why he stopped coaching. I was sitting there, I'm like, alright.
I'm getting myself. Is it 7
$7
Yeah, he still gets some. Is that true? Okay,
I
yeah.
think coaching these days is just
The guy
like,
This is
you
money.
see that Mourinho.
Once you saw that contract, you don't even care anymore.
That's what Mourinho
Mourinho started that. I think it's Mourinho started.
Yeah.
He joins up a team after 2 seasons. He makes his money.
Yeah.
Next. So now he's in Benfica. So after 2 seasons, he'll go to another team.
But
No,
that,
not
that,
Africa,
He's
it's in
in
Sporting.
Porto.
No.
That's not Portugal.
Sporting.
It's not Benfica.
Nah.
It's somewhere in Portugal, right?
Yeah, it's in Portugal, but I think it's Porto.
Oh.
No, I don't think it's Portugal because that's where Vieira is.
What's the
He's not
other?
Vieira's
It's
coach.
Sporting or one the other
Sporting,
Sporting?
no.
Somebody Google it.
I think Benfica.
Let's see.
Nah, but I feel like it's the same problem all the time, right? Like every sport, they have these coaches that are like that made a name for themselves, and now they're just living off of that, getting all these jobs, and they're not bringing in any new like ideas or anything. These guys are coming in with the same ideas that they had back in 2001. You know, it's changed. Like, you know, you have to adapt, and a lot of them don't have that adaptability. In Angie's case, he was coaching in Ireland. Nobody cared about the Irish league.
But can you argue that with a team like Forrest, the type of players that he had, you have to give him time? Like,
I agree. You know, right now in the Premier League, it's more of like, even Manchester United felt like Brian, whereby after 2 games, I've seen enough, get him out. After like
a team like Forrest should not be doing that.
Exactly, you know, like what you
Yeah.
expect from Forrest is because they go to Europe, like
Yeah.
the European League.
Yeah, they
then
play
suddenly
in
we
Europe.
think
They fired the coach like
They
this.
see themselves up there now.
Yeah, they think
They
they're
are
want to play.
They are a Champions League holder. Something Arsenal is fighting to get.
They just love talking about themselves.
They see themselves there. That's not bad.
In the literal sense of the league, they are.
Let's stay with the topic. Yeah.
We should've talked with
I've been the owner.
You blame the owner?
Yeah.
So
You don't like that.
So you blame the owner for
Being
what exactly?
impatient.
Firing what's his name?
Nuno
Nuno.
Gomes. Yeah.
And then like
That's pretty
you made it to the European world, the European scene. Then suddenly you get rid of your coach after selling all those big players.
Big players.
And then-
Apparently it was a problem between him and Edu.
Yeah.
So as an owner of the team, are you going with your sporting director or are you going with your coach?
I feel like Edu is one of those what you call him? He's a mole. Arsenal sent him to go destroy.
Why didn't we sell him to be honest, I'm glad we got rid of him. I'm glad Arsenal got rid of him. Like some of the transfer window we had, terrible.
He's
Terrible.
not- he's
And
not
since
making-
Andre birthday has come in, thank you, Lord.
He's not making no sense. And the owner, I don't think he has any knowledge of how soccer is or how it's supposed to be run. So he's just going there off of everything this man is saying. And basically they're gonna run every coach. Whoever comes in, I think they're trying to get Eddie Howe. I think he's gonna come in and maybe Mancini was the leader for the job and then he was just like, nah, I'm cool because we don't have the same vision. Now Eddie Howe is gonna go in there. Eddie Howe hasn't had a job since.
And you have coaches from Newcastle.
He's a Newcastle coach.
Right.
Is that him?
Yeah.
There's a coach that I forgot. Well,
They
probably.
should get Graham.
Huh?
They should get
Graham Reporter?
Yeah.
He coaches somewhere. He coaches
Nah, he's
for.
not coaching right now.
No, he's coaching
about
somewhere.
to sign for Sweden.
Yeah, he's about to sign for Sweden, but he doesn't have a job.
Okay.
But even with that Swedish job, that's not. But whoever is gonna come in, they're not gonna have the time to really settle in either because they're gonna come in off of somebody just getting fired a month after they got the job. So they're gonna be on a hot seat just coming in. So they're going to be under pressure trying to figure out how do I do this. And the players are not helping either. Like that game yesterday, if Gibbs White would have scored those 3 chances that he had back to back to back, that game would have been put away before Chelsea even tried to do anything else. But
before we got matches like
yeah, it's about time they start holding some of these players accountable too. You can't just fire a coach up for players not showing their quality on the field. They get paid a lot of money too. But at the end of the day, it's always a coach that gets the axe. And I'm sure my man is happy going back where the good.
So we can argue that sometimes like some of these coaches are kind of stuck in their ways. Like for example, you see something going wrong, but you just want to play your system so bad and you don't want to adjust. And you know your system is not working against the team you're playing. Like situation awareness, like switch it up a little bit.
Not really, because I mean it depends on the team you coach.
Yeah.
If, let's say Pep Guardiola, you go play against Liverpool and you feel like it's not working, you're not gonna switch your system because you're gonna try and look at that. Okay, we the bigger team, we need to go out there and show.
But you still tweak your
It's just
system.
switching, right?
Yeah.
Not tweak
So-
your system, but I think you have tweak your players because some of
How do you tweak players?
like stop them, like
Check them
The
off.
players make the system.
Yeah.
the system, let's say, with Nottingham Forest, they play, I think, is it 3 at the back that they played against Chelsea?
They play
Four
four back.
at the
They
back.
play a super high line.
Yeah, that's another thing. As a coach, I mean, I don't blame the coach. The coach comes there with the mindset that, okay, this is a European team, we play high line and everything, but the reality just hits you. They're like, this kid can't play high line, this kid can't play soccer, so let's try and find.
So they don't have that those quality players then.
Yeah, so
So
what do you expect him to do? If he says it,
So,
low blow,
so this goes back to what
I-
I'm saying. So
yeah.
if you don't have those quality players, they're trying to play a certain type of system. You have to switch
Something
your
has to
system.
change.
Something has to change.
I kind of get where he's going with it, but sometimes it causes when you start trying to tweak it, it causes some confusion for some of the guys, and then you lose it all together. And I think that happened to them yesterday. Like you change personnel, you took Elanga out and bring this person in, took this out. He just started making subs off, okay, this ain't working. Let me get these guys in there. Maybe they'll do a better job. And those guys came and did worse than the guys that were in there. And that just opened the game to where all Chelsea had to do was bring Caicedo and just let him sit right there in the middle. And then who else they brought in? Who else did they bring in? But it made it different. Or they brought the kid in to come play. The center back that scored the first goal, the Ghanaian kid.
Yeah.
He came.
Champo.
Yeah, and made a difference with that back line for Chelsea. But that's all it took. Like, again, situational changes makes the difference for some teams, and for other teams, it just causes confusion. It's like Kylie All-Star. When you play Monday just sitting in front by himself, things work out better.
Yeah.
But when you start bringing other guys to play next to him, even Monday himself gets confused.
And then that's why I kind of disagree as professionals. Like you should be able to read the game.
But that's the thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They should be able to read the game, but they're not able to read the game.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. Like
I'm
the
just
coach,
collecting money.
yeah, just collect money at the end of the day. Like you're not aware of what's going on. So for example, if you have the coach say you're playing 1-6 in the beginning of the game, for some reason he changes like, okay, we need to play 2 6s because we need to be more defensive minded, and then he drops somebody back. Now they're lost. Why? You're professionals. This is what you do for a living.
When does Nuno Espirito Santo fired?
It was early in the season.
Eric,
Yeah.
what system were they playing? Then suddenly you bring in a new coach who comes in with his own
It doesn't
mindset.
matter. Actually,
See, I think I agree with Ben on that. It does. It's like you saying everybody in college should know how to do everything in college because they're a college student.
Yeah.
But that's not the same. We are.
Football's a
this
little
is
different. This is
football.
football. It's a
It's
little
not
different.
competitive.
You know that a lot of people love football. They play football at a high level, but the level of the IQ on how to read the game is very
This is why they're
different.
professionals. This is
No,
different.
Professional or not, you still have people that are really good at playing the game, but not really good at reading the game.
I do agree. I
There's a
do
big
agree with that.
difference.
Yeah, I do agree.
And
with
so
that.
that's-
and this is why you have film room, and this is why they have practices, right?
Guys going to.
I just think it takes time. Like it's not something which you just like, okay, let's switch to back four. Let's switch to back
So
three. Let's
it takes time to learn to have a style of play. Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
It takes time to have a style. But in terms of like tweaking a formation and having somebody come play like 2 6s, that shouldn't be like complicated for a professional player. Like I'm playing next to Brian, we're playing 2 6s. It should be complicated. If he goes, I should know that I'm going to cover. If I go, he knows that he's going to cover. And those are the basics. We're talking about the basics. We're not talking about like a whole style of play where you have somebody inverting it and somebody taking up the line. That's different.
A perfect example of this is when it's working. When Arsenal made a sub, I think it was the Man U game or a game after that when I think Gabriel came out and then your new center back that you signed, he came in. Nothing changes because he knew exactly what he needed to do. He sat there, watched the game. Most of these guys when they're sitting on the bench, they're not even watching the game. They're just chit chatting and like whatever. So it's hard for you to get now in the game and be like, oh my God, yeah, I'm doing exactly what this guy is doing. But sometimes that's not what's required of you. It's like you have to come in and bring something different to the game. But to what degree do you bring that and make it work for the team? That's a whole different story. So being a professional and not being a professional, I don't think it has anything to do with how some of these guys come in and have to perform. It's just that some guys just need to go back to League One and League Two and the championship and go play down there.
Huh?
That's the reason.
Yeah.
Because look at it like in this way: a coach comes in with his technical stuff, right? But Ange, I think, came in without his technical stuff. He came by himself.
Are you serious?
He got the job by himself.
Because I mean, Nuno left, the coaches stayed. And then he
That
came in.
almost never happens. Everybody comes on their own staff.
Usually that happens when you, not mid-season, or somebody has to step in as an
No,
assistant.
even when somebody steps in, they usually step in with their staff.
No,
No,
when
when
Nuno left,
when Nuno
an
left.
assistant had to take over.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Then Ange came, the assistant went back to become an assistant. So you have to teach your system to the assistant, you have to teach the system to the
Yeah.
players. That's
What do
how
you
it
expect?
works.
That's a different scenario. That's a different scenario. Like when you don't come in with your technical staff and you know, like that's a different scenario.
Let's just say Ange is just a terrible guy like my man Tenai.
He's gonna go get it, bro.
At least Ten Hag is not by himself no more.
They had lasted what 3 games? I think Edge beat him on that. Edge was 5 games. Coaches are catching it.
But they're making their money, man. They're making
Yeah, 7 million is.
7 million.
If somebody come hire me and fire me, I'm open.
Man United. Oh man. Yeah, Arsenal.
That's too big a job. I don't want that.
Well, with that being said, that's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for tuning in and spending time with us. We always appreciate the love and support. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media. Stay blessed.
And get yourself some energy drink.
Yeah.
The new Celsius. It's really good.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.